All right, welcome back to Sunset Rewind, coming to you live from the Huntington Beach Passing League Tournament here in beautiful Huntington Beach, California. We are joined by Huntington Beach lineman Sean Marella, who is already rocking the Air Force blue hat. He is going to the Air Force Academy next year after he graduates. But first things first, got a senior year of football come up in Huntington Beach. What are the expectations for the Oilers?
Obviously, right, the expectations, we want to be the hardest working team. We want to be the hardest hitting defense. We want to be the hardest hitting offense, running the rock up the middle, whether it's passing, whatever it might be. We want to be those guys, you know what I mean? And we want teams to know they played HB.
When you talk about running the ball, you certainly have the personnel to do it. You've got a lineman next to you who's going to Stanford.
Yes, sir.
When you guys were going through the recruiting process, did you talk about possibly playing together, or were you guys kind of on your own little kind of journey? Right.
So obviously, it's always cool to play with your buddies. That's like a childhood dream, right? Play with your buddies in D1 sports. But we both kind of had our own sort of base on recruiting, right? Like other coaches that talked to me wouldn't necessarily talk to him. Some coaches that talked to him didn't really talk to me. So it was kind of on our own, but it's always nice to, have other guys that are recruited by my side, you know what I mean?
So you chose Air Force.
Yes,
how did that all go down, and what were some other schools you were considering at the time?
So honestly, the Air Force was my first offer. And, I liked it because they were the first ones to reach out to me. And so I visited in June, and they really, I could tell they wanted me. I could tell that it was a good thing. It was going to be a good thing for me, and it was going to be a good thing for my country, and also a great football program.
Do they still run the option football?
Yes, sir.
So get a heavy hand and just be
Yep.
prepared for dive every play.
Right.
All right, get on that
Exactly.
sled.
So is there a
95%
particular
run.
field you want to go into? Like, what are you going to specialize in the Air Force?
Okay, so I've been thinking about being a fighter pilot. And I've also been thinking about aerospace, but I know that being a fighter pilot's a 10-year commitment, so I still got to see, do I want to make that commitment? But yes, sir, that's what I'm thinking
So
about
you're
right now.
going to Air Force. Justin Town-Newho's going to Stanford.
Yes, sir.
What are your guys' GPAs?
So
I
right
gotta
now,
know.
I think Justin has like a 3.8, 3.9 GPA, and I'm sitting up at a 3.7, 3.8. So definitely good GPAs, but sports kind of gets you in a little easier.
Right,
So how long does it take before we can call you General Marella?
Oh, General Marella, that's going to be maybe over 15 years, but we'll look into it.
You'll have a nice retirement.
Yes,
So
sir. of
Sean,
course.
offensive players, defensive players always talk about their greatest touchdown or their greatest tackle. As an O-lineman, tell me about the greatest pancake you've ever had, or
Okay.
greatest hit you've ever put on somebody.
He's got a story. Look at
Yeah,
this.
let's hear this.
So the greatest pancake I've probably ever had. So junior year was honestly my first time playing O-line. Right, I played D-line sophomore year, but I played both junior year, mainly O-line, and now I'm going mainly O-line. But probably the best hit was in Mayfair. We did a screen, and I just went to a defensive back, and you kind of know how that works.
Yep, just
Yes,
right
sir.
through them.
Do you talk to any of your old teammates from last year and keep in touch with any of those guys?
Yes, sir. Guys
Follow
like Dylan Weber. He's been like a brother to me, and he took me in as a sophomore, right? Getting reps at varsity. He took me in and kind of taught me everything I had to know. So guys like Dylan Weber and Chris Ifan, they're always gonna be my brothers.
So what's been the best part about being a Huntington Beach Oiler and playing at this wonderful high school?
Definitely the culture, right? Coach Aligata in the weight room is always, he's always fired up, getting us ready, getting honest if we're lacking in it. It's a really good thing because we like to see that it translate out to the field in the seasons.
All right, last question. We got a poll going. When the game's over, where's the best spot to go if I'm hungry?
Without a doubt, In-N-Out. That's where everyone
for three.
goes.
3-0. It's
Yes,
a
sir.
done deal.
The Oilers love In-N-Out Burger.
That's right.
Well, Sean, thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. We wish you the best of luck. Have a great season, and congratulations, and thank you for your service to this country.
Hopefully
Yes, sir.
in a
Going to
few
the Air
years,
Force
be
Academy.
General Marella,
Hopefully.
right?
Yes,
General
sir.
Marella.
Thank you.
Perfect. Good job. Awesome.
I'll reach out to
Thanks,
you about the
man.
studio.
Good job.
Yes, sir.